Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to All About Women, Let's Talk. Good afternoon to as many of you women out there. I really hope that you all are enjoying your afternoon. You're having a great and a wonderful afternoon. Mostly that now that Christmas is over, today is Boxing Day. I really hope that you all are enjoying yourself so far. Now, they, because of all the sales and everything, people are now rushing. They're running around doing their Boxing Days, shopping and getting everything that they need to get, stocking up and everything. And right now, you
You need to smile and go and snapping people.
yeah, right now you all are already stacked up. Wow, that is so wonderful. Anyway, today's another day, and today is a fresh new topic. And before we start that, many of you may or may not know me, but it's your girl Ajays. Today's topic that I'll be sharing with as many women all around the world who really need to hear this from where you are. Today's topic that we will be talking about is when the noise is over, a woman's truth on Boxing Day. So that's the topic for today, and I really hope that many of you will enjoy this topic, and maybe you can even learn something from it so far. So as we start, today is Boxing Day, which many of us know. It is Boxing Day. It's not a loud day. It's not a busy day. It is a day of performance. Yeah, every year Boxing Day is not those kind of holidays where you loud, like screaming, all those kind of things. It's just a quiet holiday while some people are slowly returning back to work, even though that they're not kind of yet fully resumed. There's only a few places that has already opened, while others are still resting. But it is just one of those days where it is less noisy, less busy, but everyone is just out there and doing their normal performance, their normal work. Boxing Day is the day after the noise, the day when silence speaks. Yeah. Mostly that we have all finished running around, doing all the Christmas shopping and done all the cooking, and now after the whole Christmas day is now over. Now all the transport that wasn't working is now back up and running, and everything is slowly going back to how it was. And it's just kind of really silent, and people are still kind of they're still a little bit in the mood, even though that they know that Christmas is finally over. But bear with me, hold on. Hi, welcome. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate. Even though that they know that Christmas is over, and they kind of still living the moment. But yeah, I mean it's not bad. Welcome. Thank you for coming on. Oh, Patrick. Yeah, well done. Thank you for coming on. Even though that they're still living the Christmas moment and they know that it's over, but they still kind of have that feeling. But they just kind of want to enjoy a little more. And it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing to kind of still enjoy a little bit more before you can now finally say that, okay, it is completely over, and this is a new day now, a holiday where we continue to enjoy some more before everybody now starts slowly returning back to their various workplaces. Now, women, one thing I like for you, one thing I like for you all to do is to pause and to breathe, because the whole holiday itself, yeah, it has been stressful. It has been really, really stressful after all that running around, and now that very holiday is over. Now it's just a little running around to do the Boxing Day shopping, stocking up your fridge, your freezer, just to make sure that you have everything before you now start returning back to your work. So just pause for at least 3 minutes. Pause for about 3 minutes, then breathe in and then breathe out. Kind of like where you're doing your normal meditation or yoga kind of thing. Whenever you go for your meditation sessions, that obviously they'll kind of instruct you and tell you to breathe in and breathe out. So it's kind of just like that. Now today, many women are sitting quietly. Yeah, they are. Ooh. Yes, Merry Christmas to you too, although Christmas is finally over. But thank you anyway. So yes, today many women are sitting quietly. Some are in their beds, some are in their living rooms, some are scrolling through their phone, and for the first time in days they can finally hear themselves. Yeah, right now there is a lot of women around the world, both in the UK, across their various continents from wherever they are. Some are sitting quietly in their house. Some are in their beds. Some are in their living room, probably sitting in the forgot. There's another kind of little mini chair that is kind of attached. It's kind of attached to a rope, and then you sit inside of it. There's nothing underneath, but I'm sure many of you kind of understand where I'm trying to head. But I've kind of forgotten that kind of chair that they call it. But yeah, so some women, they like to, or maybe I'll call it a rocking chair. Anyway, but yeah, they kind of like to sit in their rocking chair and just to kind of think of the holidays, of everything that they've had to run around and have gone through. They've thought about all the stress that they have gone through, and they're thinking that now that Christmas is over, that this is a brand new holiday. This is a brand new holiday, a new day, Boxing Day, and it's again just about getting all the shopping that we need. But rather than for women to kind of go through that stress of running to the nearest supermarkets, yeah, sometimes it's good that you do your shopping online. Yeah, do your shopping online. Order for as many food items as you can. Either you can use Tesco, Aldi, or even Iceland. Any one of those. But yeah, you can order for as many food items, and then do the rest of the shopping that you need to do, maybe in another part of London. But this is mainly not for also for as many Nigerians who kind of also likes to get a lot of Nigerian products. They mainly will either go Dalston or they go Peckham and to buy their Nigerian products. Because our products are actually very very good, very healthy as well. I mean, not that other foods are not healthy, of course. Every food has their healthiness and their richness as well, and has their own kind of sweet and authentic aroma. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of one of those things that women has actually had to kind of have to do. But it is mainly about kind of really making life easier for yourself, because one, we need to remember that we have just conquered Christmas, and now we are about to conquer Boxing Day and get everything that you need to get. So this is another holiday in itself that we need to enjoy. And then to even think of it, New Year's Eve is almost coming up, and New Year's Day, before we now finally finish this very year of 2025 going into next year. Hello, welcome. Wow, amazing. Wow, Edinburgh. Wow, you're all the way from Scotland. That is amazing. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you coming on. Thank you. Wow, from Edinburgh. That is amazing. Now, anyway, so back to what I'm saying. Then, so with some women, guys, bear with me because my throat is a little bit dry. Bear with me, guys. So now, some women right now, not that they kind of, sorry guys, my ear, what's this now? Giving me a little itchiness. So yeah, anyway, so now some women, they have a whole lot of things on their mind. Yeah, they have a whole lot of things on their minds. Mostly now that Christmas is over, they are now thinking that because they have spent quite a lot. They've spent quite a lot during Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and they kind of still have a little extra over to kind of.
Don't rush your life. It's going well.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Enjoy your stay. Enjoy your
Guys, yeah, guys, a message was just given to me. So, yeah, please. So anyway, so now back to what I'm saying. Women, yeah, a lot of women, yeah, they've really, yeah, they've gone through a lot of things. Things are on their mind. They've thought to themselves that, wow, that mostly that this is Boxing Day, and I've spent quite a lot of money on Christmas Eve and on Christmas Day. Although I still have, although I still have a little extra to be able to buy as much things I need to buy for Boxing Day. But it's just that right now I'm on a tight budget and I cannot excessively spend the way I did on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And now the thing is, I have given myself a budget and this is how much I want to spend. And I kind of want to get one or two additional things. But my only problem is how am I going to get these extra things when I have put myself on a tight budget? That's what the woman will be thinking to herself. She'll be thinking to herself that, whoa, that I've put myself on a very, very tight budget. Now what am I going to do? Then what she'll think, of course she'll think about it. Then she'll have no choice but to kind of either speak to one of her sisters, that she's very, very close to. One of her sisters that's very, very close, who is one of her sisters that's very close, who is always there to help her in time of need, and in time of need, and in time of trouble. So she'll call her sister and say, "Hey sis, please I don't know whether if I can, guys, bear with me. I need to kind of switch off my heater because my studio is quite warm. Bear with me, guys. And one more thing, there's something that I actually forgot to take from my bag. Bear with me. Yeah, guys. Bear with me. Yes. So guys, my apologies. I have to quickly grab something that I forgot to take out from my bag, and switch off my heater. Anyway, so yes. So back to what I was saying. So women, they will be thinking to themselves, oh, that how are they going to think to go about this budget? Then the lady she will now call her sister and say, "Hey sis, you know because of the Christmas holiday, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I have actually spent a lot. I've spent quite a lot, and I have I'm kind of really on a tight budget, and I don't know whether if you can kind of assist me with maybe like an extra 20 to 30 pounds. Like is it okay, is it okay for you? Or yeah, she will ask that, is it okay for her? Is it something that she can afford, or is she not able to help? So is what she will ask her older sister. then the older sister will say, okay, that yeah, yeah, I can help you out, no problem. But do note that even me too, I've kind of spent a lot, and also have to kind of manage my budget as well. And yeah, obviously, when two sisters are very close to each other, they understand themselves. Mostly when it's sisters who are very close to one another as well. So when sisters decide to help themselves, is a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing that sisters help themselves, and help themselves in time of need and in time of trouble. They're always there to help themselves, and kind of um, help them to buy what they need to buy, or they give them the money for it, for them to be able to get what they need to get. Then once a sister has agreed, then now that woman will be able to do the remaining shopping that she needs to get, and get those remaining items that she needs to buy. And that's why they say that sisters are always there for each other. And that's how it's meant to be. Sisters are always kind of meant to be there for each other. Yeah, that's how it's kind of meant to be. Anyway, sisters are not kind of really meant to be bickering. They're not kind of really meant to be fighting themselves. But unfortunately, it's one of those things that often happens. Sibling rivalry. But after you notice that in within that same hour, they those sisters that you see that were bickering and fighting and pulling each other's hair out is the same sisters who are now good and they're okay. Unfortunately, that's what we see. That's what we see as sisters. But yeah, but one thing that they can never ever do is go to such extreme measures to kind of wish themselves bad. No, they can't do that. At that heat of the moment, they'll be at that heat of the moment they'll be very angry. They'll say a lot of things to themselves, but they don't mean it. At that very moment, they're just both angry with each other. But yeah, at the end of the day, they'll make up and kind of love themselves and make themselves happy, hug themselves, and even cry. And they'll cry to themselves, sis, I'm very sorry for this, the way I treated you, and it won't happen again. Then you'll be surprised that after after they've hugged themselves, they've made up, the same sisters that said that it won't happen again, you'll be surprised that before they go to bed, the next round of bickering and fighting has started again. But yeah, it just kind of shows that the truth in sisters is that they love themselves so much. Yeah, they do. They love themselves so much. And that's how it should be. Then the first time in days, they can hear themselves after all the running around, all that running around and running around fighting themselves, that my gift is the best, or I've bought the best gift, and now Christmas is over. This is Boxing Day. They can now say that holiday's over. Ooh. Hi Eddie, welcome. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate. So how are you, Eddie? So anyway, back to what I'm saying. Now, women, so women, mostly sisters. Oh, good to hear. Women that are mostly sisters. Yeah, that is how they are. It's just how they are, and there's not really much that there's not much that they can do about it. Yeah, they sisters love themselves, but yeah, they kind of have their ups and downs. But at the end of the day, the truth is that they love themselves. They really do. Then after all that running around and doing the shopping, fighting your sister, then now you're on your own. You're on your own. You have gone back to your house, and you've gone back to your house, and you are now alone and doing your Boxing Day shopping all by yourself. And and you'll be thinking that, oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna buy? You just be thinking, what am I going to buy? What am I gonna buy for myself? What am I going to buy? Is what you'll be telling yourself. But the thing is, majority of us women, yeah, we've gotten to the age that practically majority of us has gotten to the age that majority of us we're not as young anymore, and our brains are really advancing, and is kind of almost getting to the stage where everything does not stay in the brain. It doesn't stay in the brain. It kind of, I mean, you'll remember things. You will remember things, but not everything that you remember. And that's where AI comes in and helps us to remember certain things. Oh, hi, Papa. Thank you. Thank you so much. And that's where AI comes in very, very well to help us in everything that we need. So whether if it's, for example, whether if it's cooking something new, you just type it in. You just type it in on your phone, depending on the AI. Depending on the AI you like using the most, type it in, then type it in and say, hey Gemini, please, how do I cook, for example, how do I cook pasta? Then it will now give you the whole, ingredients, and it will take you through the steps of how to do it. Or it could be, Gemini, give me idea, please give me idea of what foods that I can buy for Boxing Day. It will now give you a whole list of ideas of what you can buy. So yeah, so women, I will actually say to as many of you that if you're the kind of women that don't kind of remember the kind of as in that food, as in your food shopping that you want to buy, use Gemini, use Alexa, use Replica, or use chat GBT, chats GBT or something like that. Yeah. So use any of them, and they will, any of them will actually help you with the ideas as well. Now, part one now. I'm saying part one, or shall I say, yeah, step one. What Boxing Day really does. Now we are going, yeah, we are now diving deep into what Boxing Day really does. Now, Boxing Day removes distraction. Yeah, it does. Yeah, Boxing Day, Boxing Day removes a lot of distraction. Mostly if you're on your own, you're out and about on your own, and you're out and about doing your shopping. It kind of brings the yeah, it kind of brings the distraction that you were kind of getting from your sister or your brother. Then you'll just kind of put their distraction to one side and concentrate on yourself. Go out there, do your shopping, and also kind of put everything that you have, like everything that you have on your list. You've already put it down. Go into one of the favorite shops that you like. Go and buy everything. Then you will actually notice that as you have done every of the shopping on the list, you probably might realize that you've forgotten like two or three things more that you were actually supposed to add on the list, and you haven't added it on. Then you now remember that, oh yeah, I'm supposed to buy mints for my for the food that I want to cook. I'm supposed to buy um seasoning. I'm supposed to buy a drink that I'll use to cook. That I'll use to actually I'll use to actually drink after I finish cooking. Then at least she's now remembered, because why she remembers is because she used AI to help her remember, because originally she actually forgot to put it on the list. Then she sent a message to Gemini and said, Gemini, please, I've forgotten these three items on my list. Please remind me to get these three items from the shop. Then he will remind you. And that's where AI is very, very good. Where mostly when it comes to us women that often forget certain things which are very, very important to us, that we don't always remember. AI is a very good way of helping us to remember these things. Now, no pressure to host. You see, this Boxing Day is just another holiday. You're not pressured at all to host anything, to host any event, or host any conference, or so on and so forth. You're not pressured to impress anyone, and you're not pressured to explain to anyone. That's the thing about Boxing Day. You don't owe anyone. You don't know don't know. You don't owe anyone any explanation. You don't owe anyone to host any events. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. You're just on your own. You're on your own. You are doing what you know is best, and doing it to the best of your knowledge. You don't owe anyone anything, any explanation. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone at all. You're just on your own. You're doing your thing. You are doing your shopping. You're just busy doing your thing, and you know that you're on your own. That you are not probably going to run into anyone that you know anytime soon, except for maybe in the except maybe on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, or maybe even next year that you probably may run into that person that you know. But for now, you don't owe anyone anything. And yeah, you don't, and also you don't need to impress anyone. Whether if it's whether if it's like dressing, whether if it's dressing,
Okay.
yeah, whether if it's dressing like a nice gown, whatever it is, you don't need to impress anyone. You don't need to impress anyone at all. Just dress what you feel comfortable in wearing, whether if it's joggers, whether if it's a jumper, whether if it's tracksuit, whether if it's just leggings and your trainers. Dress how you want to dress. You don't need to impress anyone just to make them happy. Yeah, you don't need to impress anyone. And you see, women, one thing I actually like about the UK here is that everyone is on their own. Everybody is on their own. They don't really they don't owe anyone anything. They don't owe anyone anything. They don't need to dress for anyone. Everyone is on their own. They dress anyhow they like. But the only time the actually the only time that you see women dress is except for very important occasions like birthday parties, conferences, or in the summer when it's extremely hot. Then you will now see women and young girls, even elderly as in middle age. You'll see them all dress to impress everyone that they know. That's the only times. But apart from that, in the UK, no one cares. No one cares how you dress. You dress the way you like. You dress, yeah, you dress the way you like. You don't need to impress anyone. No one even cares. They don't care whether if you wear joggers, whether if you wear they don't care. But just dress how you feel is comfortable for you. And mostly now that we are in winter and it's extremely cold, we have to, yeah, we can't we have to wear we just have to wear anything that keeps us very, very warm, because you'll be outside in the cold weather for a very long time. So it's really all about just dressing something that will keep you warm, and you buying all your winter gear, the hats, the gloves, the earmuffs, the scarf, the big coat that will keep you warm, the snow boots that will keep you warm while you're outside. That is just what is about right now, until we actually go back to summer again. But unfortunately, is what we have to suffer for at least 6 months before we now see summer again. But yeah, we're used to it anyway. There's not really much. Bear with me, guys. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. It's the message I saw before. I thought it was someone else. Anyway, so yes, you don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to kind of. You don't need to impress anyone. Just how you feel is comfortable for you. And when the noise leaves, truth enters. Mm. And how does that enter? Wow. Now, this day, emotions catch up, the tiredness shows up, the questions return. Yeah, wow. After all of all the shopping around, like running from store to store, trying to find out the latest sales. After you find out those sales, and you buy everything you need to buy. The shop, the shop itself, the shop itself that yeah, the shop itself that is so packed with people, and all the noise, all the screaming, the children as well that is inside, that's inside the stores. After the whole Boxing Day is over, everyone will now kind of go back to their normal daily routines until they kind of have to wait for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day sales, and that's one of the things. The amount of noise that you'll be hearing in all the shops, not even just the shops, the buses and the cars. I mean, well, obviously it's just one of those things that often happens, and we can't do without transport because we need to get to where we need to get to, except you decide that you don't want to spend on transport again, that you want to get a car for yourself, which will be easier. But apart from that, yeah, we need to kind of get to where we need to go to with transport. But after all of that, after all that running around, the emotions, the emotional stress of going from shop to shop, buying everything that you need to buy, is a whole stress in itself, and it does later catch up on you, because after you've been out since probably 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning, and you've kind of waited for the shops to open, and then the shop finally opens around 9 o'clock. Then you'll be the first batch to enter the shop and buy everything you need to buy before the shops now start getting full up with customers. After you've quickly bought everything you need to buy, then you leave, then you quickly get one or two extra things before you come home. Then in addition to that, you have to wait for your bus, or you have to wait for the train. And then the train, you'll notice that the train has delayed due to a fault, or maybe a train has been held at a red signal, or maybe something, or maybe like a missing part of the train track has come off. Whatever it is, it can actually cause you a lot of stress, because you've targeted that you want to get home around 3:30 or even 4 o'clock, and then you notice that you end up getting home much later than you expected. You end up getting home around 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, just because the train delayed for so long. That is a whole emotional stress in itself, because you've been out since during the early hours of the morning, and you've done all the shopping you need to do just for you to get home and eat your lunch. Then added to that, you have to wait for your train. Your train is yet to arrive, and you kind of have no choice but to wait, because the train itself is kind of more faster than the bus. Sometimes the bus itself, the buses kind of delay more sometimes. Mostly the fact that they're around like from 4 o'clock. That's when everybody is rushing to pick up their kids after work, and there's a lot of traffic everywhere. So is a whole hold up really for for everyone that is coming back to collect their kids, it's a hold up itself in that day. But I would just say to women that, wow, it's it's just this one day, this one day that we have to kind of face this, and then after this Boxing Day, we won't kind of really have that stress again. The final thing to conquer is just New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and then that's it. Then we won't have to face all of these again. Then the tiredness, yeah, it will show. It will really show, because you are running around, getting everything that you need to get, making sure that that you have everything in your fridge, in your freezer, you have everything that you need. And if you notice that something is missing, then yeah, you will get stressed and you'll get tired, because you thought that you have gotten everything that you need, and you realize that there is still one or two things missing. So of course it will get you stressed and it will get you tired. But I'll just say to as many women that, rather than having to kind of go out again, mostly in this cold, just if you have enough money on your account, just quickly just order using Uber Eats or Just Eat. Get whatever it is that you need to get, and with Uber Eats or Just Eat, yeah, within the next, you see that within the next like 15-20 minutes, they'll come ringing your bell. They'll come ringing your bell. They'll deliver what you've ordered for straight to you. And one of the things I actually like about Just Eat now, which I later realized, is now that they are actually doing they're actually helping people with their shopping as well. I found this out like much later on. This is it's been I don't know exactly how long they've been doing this, but it has been, I know that it has been going on for some time. So mostly if you can't be bothered to kind of go into the store to buy your food items, go through Just Eat, order from them, order all the foods that you need to buy from Just Eat, and they will deliver it all to you. Yeah, just use them. Sometimes life is more easier when you have kind of gone through a lot, and you've had a long day at work, and you just can't be bothered to kind of go to the shop. Just go on the either the Uber Eat app or the Just Eat app, and order for your food shopping, and within 15-20 minutes they'll come and deliver it to you. That's what many people are using. But it's not that they don't use it all the time, only when they feel tired and they're stressed and they can't really go out there and do their shopping. They'll just use them. They'll use them as the last option to buy their shopping that they need to buy. Then the questions return. Women will face quite a few questions from their family members, mostly their parents. Mostly the parents, as in the mum, will be asking their daughter, how was your Christmas? How was your Christmas holidays? How was your Boxing Day? Did you manage to get everything you need to buy? Did you manage to buy everything that you need to buy for the kids? Did you manage to get everything you need to get for yourself? The whole heap of questions that your mum will be asking you, and you'll just be you'll be saying to yourself that okay, mom, okay, now is the time for you to stop now. It's not that the woman will actually physically tell her mom that, look, mom, you need to kind of you need to kind of stop. In her mind, she'll be looking at her mom, and she'll be looking at her mom and saying that, okay, mom, anytime now, please, I will really appreciate if you can now kind of stop asking me those questions, because she knows that she knows that if she actually comes out and actually tells her mom, she knows that before she even tells her mom that, she knows that a, a very powerful and hot message is waiting for her on her face. Mostly when it's a Nigerian family, a Nigerian woman, because no Nigerian woman will actually take that for 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 a a woman, a mother, to get that kind of like message from her child that, look, mom, you need to kind of be silent now. Before that woman can now finish those words, the reply to that answer is waiting for her on the face. So that's why it's not kind of really ideal to kind of be to kind of say those kind of things. There are ways that there are ways that you can kind of actually divert that kind of questions. There are ways of diverting it in a nice way, but not kind of in a rude way, because your mom will feel as if you're being rude, and it's not that you kind of really mean to tell her those words, but she kind of see it as if you're being rude. But you just kind of need to kind of explain to her that, look, mom, that yeah, I really appreciate your concern, but mom, the whole questions that you're asking me is, I don't know how to put this, but yeah, the whole questions that you're asking me is like, it's too much for me. I mean, if you put it that way, yeah, if you put it that way, she'll understand. She will kind of understand that, okay, yeah, that means that I'm kind of over asking the questions. Then she'll now understand that, okay, that I need to kind of reduce the questions that I want to ask my daughter. Now, step 2, the women behind the smile. Wow. Many women are strong in public and tried in private. That is another one. That is another one in a hole. Yeah, many women, many women are always strong. Yeah, of course. I really held them. They're always strong and confident when they're outside. Yeah, they are very, very strong in the public. But deep down inside, they know that they're kind of very tired. They're so tired to kind of show people, as in to show people who they know that they're tired. Not that they will actually physically come out and say they're tired, but in their mind they know that they're tired. But women, they are very strong, and they need to kind of be proud, continuously proud of it. They hold their families together. Yeah, women are very strong in that area. They are very good with keeping their families together, holding them together through through the rainy season, through the storm, through thick and thin. No matter how hard it is, they're always there to support each other, keep the family together. They are always there. They are always there to help out in keeping the family together. They manage emotions mostly when it comes to women having an emotional breakdown. They know how to manage it. They know how to manage it. They know how to work their way and manage it so that they won't kind of break down. They will use other ways to kind of actually overcome those stress. Then they fix their problems. In addition to that, once they manage to overcome that emotional stress, they manage to pick up the pieces and fix their problems. No matter the situation, no matter what problem it is, they manage to fix it. With the help of their family members, with the help of professionals, they manage to fix their problems. But on Boxing Day, the strength feels heavy. Yeah, of course. Your strength will feel very, very heavy because you have been out running like a speed of lightning, running from store to store and doing all that shopping. So yeah, it'll feel much. It will feel overwhelming. It will feel so heavy for you. Yeah, of course it will, because you've gone through all of that. But it's kind of about managing it, really. Because strength without rest becomes exhaustion. Yeah, you see. It's good to have the strength. Again, like I said yesterday, we are women, we are human beings. We are all on this earth for our own purposes. Not all of our destiny and our purposes are the same thing. But it's good that we are strong. It's good that we women are strong. But we need to often learn how to rest in between. We should not overwork ourselves and break down just because we're trying to get everything done. No, our bodies don't work that way. Like I said yesterday, and I'll keep saying, we are not machines. We're human beings. We're not machines. We can't do everything. We can't do everything at once. We can't do everything at once. We need to kind of slow down. We need to be at slow pace and do everything one at a time. We can't do everything at once. And again, I said it before and I'll say it again. This is where AI helps us to organize things. Yeah, AI helps us to organize our things. So if you often use AI, please use it to your advantage. I use it a lot. Yeah, I use AI a lot in everything that I need to know. My AI is always there for me. I use it quite a lot, and it really helps. So if you're kind of struggling with or with having a daily routine, just turn to your AI. Type in whether if it's Gemini or whether if it's Alexa. Yeah, just use any of the two. Gemini, please help me to organize my schedule for today. You see that within minutes he's organized your schedule. After he's finished organizing your schedule, he will ask you, is there anything else you want me to add on to it? Then with the schedule that Gemini has done for, has created for you, yeah, you just follow it, or just tell him to add some more things. He will add it on. Then just follow that schedule and use it to get everything that you need to get done and out of the way, so that you are able to kind of also tick it off as well as you're doing it at once. But just know that one thing at a time. But don't try and get everything done within the day. Do as much of it as you can and continue again the next day. That's how you do as much as you can every day of the week until you have accomplished all the things that you need to accomplish. So yeah. Anyway, um, giving without refilling becomes emptiness. Yeah, that is also one of the things that we women often face. Mostly if you have family, in Nigeria, that's where it is even yeah that's where is even the problem, because when your family knows that when your family knows that you live in the UK, because they've never left it, they have never left the shores of Nigeria, they have never experienced abroad, so they'll feel that because we are in the white man land, according to them, they'll feel that, oh, um, everything is rosy. They'll feel that, oh, um, we have a money tree. We have a money tree that is sitting in our apartment, that we will be able to plant £200, and then £200 will come off that tree. That's what some of the family members will that's what some of the family members will think. But they won't know the sacrifice that we have to make sure that we are able to send money across to them. They won't know. They'll feel that, oh, that we have we have money sitting in our account, and we don't want to help them out. Even when we're telling them that, look, that this is my last money, that I've paid a lot of expenses. I've paid my rent, I've paid my bills, I've paid my council tax, I've paid for my light and everything, and this is the last money I have. They won't believe it. They'll be saying, oh, she has millions in her account. How does she have millions in her account? Where? I mean, where does she have millions in her account? Only the work alone, that woman has worked, the 2 jobs that woman has worked. From the 2 jobs, she's paid her tax. She's paid her tax, and majority of the tax that she has paid is kind of left her short. So what she originally budgeted that she will earn within this very month, she's paid a lot of tax. So for example, if that woman has earned 6,000 this month, then in that 6,000, HMRC has probably taken about 900, between seven to 900 pounds from your salary, or if not more than that. Then your salary will reduce. Your salary will reduce, but at least the thing with HMRC, they will make sure that they will leave you money. They will never ever take all of your money, because they know that you have to have enough money to feed, to pay your rent. So they will never clear out your account. They will never do that. They will just take the tax that you have worked. That's it. And then after that, yeah, after that very month, when you earn again, they will take again. So that's how it is. That's how it is every month. Every salary that you get, and you earn more, and you notice that your salary is high, yeah, they will take a lot of tax from you. They will. But they will still leave you with more than enough money for you to pay your rent, pay your bill, and pay your council tax that you need to pay, and whatever other thing remaining that you need to pay, and plus your food. So they will never ever do that. And that's one thing I like about them, because in abroad, in certain countries like UK, yeah, we have to contribute to the country. We have to pay our tax in order for the country to be better. So yeah, we have to kind of contribute, which is how it is. And that's how the country can be better with our little contribution. But yeah, we we need to kind of understand that we should give what we have, only what we have, as in what we can afford. What we can afford to give out, we give. We should not clear out our account for our family, for our families in Nigeria. We need to kind of like talk to them, if possible. Bring them on video, bring them on WhatsApp video. Explain to them, and tell them the system of how the UK works, and tell them that, look, listen, that you see, in the UK, things are very hard. Things are hard here as well, but we have to learn to manage. So whatever money that I get, of course you guys will get, but I will really appreciate that you guys help me out, and not finish your money and expect me to send money again. Because in the UK here, the way we send money out is that there is a rule on it, and we can't kind of be sending out money every time, because of the fraud that is happening, and so on and so forth. So we can't be sending out money like every day, because otherwise you one day you'll be surprised that your bank has blocked your account, because they suspect that there is a fraudulent activity that is happening. But if you explain to your bank and tell your bank that, look, this is the reason why I am sending out money like nearly every time, they will understand. Yeah, they will understand that, look, that Africa is hard, and yeah, this is the reason why I have to kind of send money like every time. And at least they will know that, okay, you've already phoned in, you've told them that, look, this is the reason why you're having to spend and send out money every time. And they won't block your account again. As far as you've told them, they've noted it down, they've put it on the system already. And yeah, they'll just say to you that, is there anything that you need our help with? Depending on you, if you still need their help with something else, they will help you. If not, they'll say, okay, enjoy the rest of your day. But we we as women, we need to kind of learn how to only give what we have. We should only give what we have, what we can afford. We should not say that, oh, that mom, dad, I have about £450, and you know deep down inside you don't have that £450, and then you'll be thinking to yourself, that, oh, that how am I gonna do this? That I've mistakenly told my parents I have £450 in my account, and that £450 that I have, I've paid for one or two things, and I no longer have that £450. And you'll be thinking to yourself that, hey, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? I've already told my mum and my dad I have £450. Then you just should kind of just call your parents and explain to them and tell them that yes, you originally had £450, but I actually had to pay for one or two things on direct debit. So yeah, the company has kind of taken some money from my account, so it's kind of reduced it. They will understand, but we as we as women, kind of, we shouldn't really kind of put our parents' hopes up. Mostly parents who live in Africa, because they actually depend on you. They depend on you for support. Because if they actually had all the money in the world, they would you will see that they will not even bother you, because they know that the UK is hard. They know UK is very, very hard. But it's just that the only difference is that Africa is very hard, because um, they don't have money. They don't have job, and even when every university student finishes university and graduates, they find it hard to get a job. They are not taken for jobs just like that. They have to give something in order to get a job, and it's wrong. It's not nice. It's not nice. But in the UK, our system is working very well. I mean, although yeah, in the UK here, yeah, it's hard to get a job. But one thing with the UK, yeah, because yeah, our system is working, and all of our jobs is all online. So it's not the case where you have to walk into a shop and tell them that you want to get a job, because after you tell them, they'll tell you go online and apply. So gone are those days. Even before, whether if it was like before I was born, or maybe when I was very, very younger, that system was there. That system was there, where you can kind of walk into the stores and just tell the shop manager that you're looking for a job, and then they'll take you on. But now everything has changed. New laws have come in. Everything has changed. Everything goes on the system. Even our bank accounts, it goes on the system. So everything is all on the system. We can't operate without our bank accounts. And mostly when it comes to jobs, and then they ask you for your bank account details, it's not so that they can do anything to your account. It's just so that when you work with them and you've done your hours, they'll be able to pay your salary into the correct account. That's why they always ask every every new employees to provide evidence of their bank account details. So they will ask you for a current bank statement. Once you give it to them, yeah, you're all good. Then you know that you've worked the money that you need to work, and you know that, okay, yes, that this is how much I'm gonna get within this month. But I would just say that, please, women, only give what you can have. So if you've worked a certain number of hours and you notice that your salary is higher than what you expect it to be, then you end up having to pay a lot of tax. Immediately, just tell your parents. Tell your parents that, look, listen, that mom, dad, that I have worked this amount of hours and I've earned this amount of money, but you know, in the UK here, I have to pay tax to the country, and I've paid a lot of tax, so my money has reduced. So this is how much I can give you. They will understand. They will definitely understand, and they will never ever pressurize you again to give extra money. They won't pressurize you as far as they have money that they can use to buy food, to buy medicine, to buy whatever it is that they need to buy. Then yeah, they're good. But never ever give what you cannot give. Never ever give what you cannot give them, please. So that you don't end up emptying out your bank account and sending all your money, and later you regret that, wow, why did I clear out my account? No. Again, women, pause for a few minutes, breathe in and breathe out. this women, this is a nice little kind of exercise. It's not meditation, but it's a kind of a nice little exercise as well to kind of add to it. This day, this is the day a woman realizes, I've been carrying too much. Yes, you see, after all of that, both Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, all of that, they now realize that, wow, they have carried too much load. They've carried so much. And then they'll think to themselves that, what are they going to do? They will just say to themselves that, oh gosh, I have really overworked myself. Now what I'm gonna do is to make up for all the stress I've caused myself. I think I need to go for acupuncture. So the woman will go to the nearest shop that they do acupuncture, book for a session. Then she will now she'll pay on the spot. Then they will now start the session with her and give her a nice deep massage, and then put those hot stones on her back which is part of the session as well. I mean, so yeah, sometimes it's kind of good to have that little enjoyment after exhausting yourself and going through all that stress. Yeah, at least reward yourself with a little pamper session. Even go to the spa, book that acupuncture session, do your nails, do your hair, do your makeup if you have to. even go swimming, whatever it is. Just reward yourself at the end of the day after all that stress that you've given yourself. Now, on Boxing Day, questions rise quietly. The questions, the questions, the questions, the questions. Women will say to themselves, am I happy? Am I happy? Am I fulfilled? Am I just surviving? Who takes care of me? These are all the questions that women will actually ask themselves after all the stress that they've gone through. They will now ask themselves these questions. They will ask themselves all these questions before they now will decide whether or not they want to answer it. These are not weak questions. They are honest questions. Yeah, of course. They're very honest questions. They're very honest questions which women may decide to answer it or not. And honestly, it is the beginning of healing. Yes. After the holidays, after Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, after all of that running around, is now time for the healing process to kind of go back to recovering from all of that running around. So it's about your body healing and adjusting to the going back to how things were. Step 4, Boxing Day is not a failure. That is one thing that that's one thing women need to know. It's not a failure, and it can never be. Let me say this clearly to every woman listening. Feeling heavy today does not mean you failed. Feeling tired does not mean you are ungrateful. Feeling empty does not mean you are broken. It means you are human. Yes. We women, we need to know and we need to understand that we need to understand this all, that feeling heavy doesn't mean that we have failed. All of this, we have not failed in anywhere of our duty as women. We are not we that are feeling tired, again, doesn't mean that we are ungrateful. And feeling empty, it doesn't mean that we're not broken. We are just humans. We are just human beings that are living life to the fullest. So we need to remember that. We need to remember that in all honesty and in our lives. We need to remember it. Step 5, the power of this day. Boxing Day is powerful because it allows truth without judgment. No celebrity pressure, no comparison, no performances. That's one of the things about Boxing Day. You don't need to kind of perform, but it is a powerful day. It's a very powerful day where it allows truth without judgment. In anything that you do, it allows truth without judgment. No celebrations at all. No one's celebrating with you. No one's celebrating with you. You're not pressured to do anything. No comparison. No, you don't need to compare yourself with anyone, and you don't need to perform for anyone as well. That is another thing that we need to know as women. It's just reality. It is just reality. It's just one of those days that we have to get through. And reality is where change begins. You see? Is where the change begins. This Boxing Day, is where the change, where everything that you have done or you've desired that you want to change, that's where it begins. Step 6, reset moment. Today is not feeding rushing into plans. Today is not for proving strength. Today is not for acknowledging truth. Wow. These are very, very motivational words. So we need to always remember this, that this Boxing Day, we don't need to rush. We don't need to rush into our plans. Whatever you're planning, we don't need to rush. You don't need to rush into it. You don't need to provide strength for anyone. Today again is just acknowledging the truth in whatever it is that you do. Now, what drains you? This is the question. What drains you? What hurts you? Then the last question is, what are you still carrying? Yeah. What baggage are you still carrying that you are finding it difficult to let go of? What baggage are you still carrying? That's my question to you. And I would like for as many women to kind of find the time to answer that. Guys, bear with me because I need to drink my water again. Now, so yes. So what baggage are you carrying? That's my question to you. What baggage are you carrying that you are still yet to let go of? Because what you guys, bear with me. Because what you name, you can manage. What you ignore manages you. It depends. Yes, so it depends. It actually depends on it depends on the baggage that you have named that you want to let go of, that you are trying to manage, and that you're trying to ignore. And you've decided that this is what you want to manage for yourself. Step 7, rest without guilt. women have been taught to feel guilty for resting. That's what that is what that is what we women have been, yeah, that's what we women have been told. We've been told that we're lazy, and we don't want to we don't want um to help out. So women feel that women feel that yeah, so women feel that resting is, they feel guilty. Yeah, they feel very, very guilty. But we're human beings, and we're not supposed to feel guilty. We have we have the right to rest every now and again. We do. We have the right to rest. We have the right to rest. And we should never ever feel guilty when we want to rest. But rest is not laziness. Again, resting is not us being lazy. We're not being lazy. We are resting, and we're having the time of our life. We are rejuvenating, allowing our body to recharge for the day, because after we have done a lot. Rest is maintenance. So having enough rest is about maintaining your health, maintaining your body. Because if you don't have rest at all, you'll break down. So your body needs the rest. Your body needs the rest all the time. So we have to rest. We have to learn how to rest every now and again. The same thing when we're going to work, because work is not easy, but we as human beings, yeah, we have to have the strength to work. We have to have strength to work. And if you don't have enough rest, then there's no way that you'll be able to go into work, because you've not had enough rest, you've not slept at all, and your eyes are red, and you're taking that red iron to work. Of course, you will definitely get angry. You'll get angry with your boss. You'll get angry with everyone that you see, your colleagues, because you've not slept well. You've not rested at all, and that's why it's kind of good that before you actually start your work, it's good that you kind of tell the employer that, look, this is the time that I can come into work because of my health. I can't start work earlier than the time. And we, because I'll use myself as an example. Now, in all my years of work, before I apply for a job and I get a job, before I start the work, they'll ask me to fill out an application. After filling out the application, then they'll now do the interview for me. After the interview process, then they'll now ask me, at what time are you able to start work? Then I'll tell them that, look, listen, look, because of my health, I can't start work very, very early, because mostly the shift starts from 7 o'clock. So I'll tell them that, look, listen, 7 o'clock, I'm sorry, because of my health, I can't start work at 7 o'clock, but I can start work from 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is the earliest for me. 8 o'clock is fine, and I can work the whole day. And finish off. So yeah, that's what I would tell every employer where I work, that, look, listen, yeah, because of my health, I can't start any earlier than 8 o'clock. Then and they acknowledge that, they understand. So my point is, mostly when it comes to work, it's kind of good that you kind of tell the employer that, look, that your body cannot take you starting work earlier than the actual time that they want you to start. Except if you have a car. If you have a car, then yeah, it will be so much easier. But it's just that the only thing is, you need to make sure that you need to get to bed very, very early, and you need to get to bed early, even before you sleep. Quickly set your alarm to wake you up at the time that you need to wake up, so that you don't kind of oversleep. Then get yourself ready, get yourself ready, freshen up, get your food that you're going to eat for the day. If possible, if you don't have chance, take some money with you so that you'll be able to buy whatever it is that you need to buy for that very day. And then kind of just quickly go into your car and get guys, bear with me, hold on. Hi. Sorry, I don't kind of understand this. $100 million. Sorry, I don't understand. Could you kind of explain to me what you mean by this? Because I don't understand. Thank you. Anyway, so back to what I'm saying. Yeah, back to what I'm saying. So yes, it is mostly when it comes to work, yeah, it's kind of good for you to let your employer know. Okay, I love your voice, so I love your voice, so here you go. Okay. Thank you so much. So yes, anyway, back to what I'm saying. So yes, just you just need to kind of tell your employer that, look, you can't start work earlier than the time that you are meant to start work because of your health condition. Your health condition does not allow you to start work earlier. If possible, you should kind of get a little if possible, just get a little note from your doctor, or even if possible, you can even tell your doctor to please send you a text confirming that, look, that you can't start work earlier than the time that you're expected to start work because of this certain health problems. They will send you a text. You just show it to your employer. Simple. Your employer understands. Then he or she will allow you to start work at the time that you want, even later than the time, so that you can be able to have more than enough time to get yourself into work. Now, again, take a breath, breathe in and breathe out. Then, after you've done that, please again stop explaining yourself. Again, you do not need to explain yourself to anyone. Yeah, you don't need to explain yourself to anyone at all, please. Section 8. A quiet declaration. So today a woman can quietly say, I don't have to figure it all out today. I am allowed to rest. I am allowed to reset. I am allowed to choose myself. Yeah. That is very, very, very important. Women, I would like for you to keep saying this to yourself because you are humans and you are allowed to rest at any time, any given time. You have the right to rest. You have the right to reset yourself. You have the right to choose yourself at any given time. It's not about always sacrificing yourself and you neglect yourself all the time. Yeah, sacrifice is good, but as you're sacrificing, always remember that you need to also take care of yourself as well. This is not rebellion. This is wisdom. Yes. So all this, yeah, is not rebellion. It's just wisdom. It's one of those things that we need to kind of always have in our mind, that we need to have all these things, and know that we are allowed to rest, allowed to reset, and we're allowed to choose ourselves at any given time. Step 9, hope. Boxing Day does not ask you to fix everything. It asks you to be honest about something. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. That's one of the things about Boxing Day. Boxing Day is one of those days that it does not expect us to be to fix everything that you feel that you can fix. All it's asking is that we are honest about something. That whatever it is that you know that you can't do, yeah, just come out in the open and just say it, that look, I can't do this. Then people will know that. Oh, okay, yeah, I can't do this, but I need help, and they will understand and they will help you. This oh yeah, I already said that before. Anyway, and honesty is enough for today. Yeah, that is again, it is enough. Yeah, it is more than enough. As far as you've come out in the open and say that, look, that you are struggling with this and you can't do this, then people will know that, yeah, you can't do this, and they will help you out. But please, I would just say to as many women, to please, we should always get help where we know that we need the help. And women, before I close, I would like to say that Boxing Day is not empty, it is spacious. If you give room for truth, room for breath, room for clarity. Yeah. So again, it's kind of good to just come out in the open and just say, and just say that, look, I can't do this thing, and I need help, and people will be willing to help you out. And a woman who gains clarity is dangerous, because she will no longer live on autopilot. Wow. That is very deep, and it's very yeah, that's not so great. So I will just say to women to please, it's good for you to kind of find out certain things, and if you know that it's something that is going to be a danger to you, then is better that you don't even kind of go close. It's better you don't even go close to it at all. So, and then now I would just like to ask, if Boxing Day feels real to you, type I hear myself in the comments and know that you are not alone, women. So I would like for you to please type this in the comment and know that you are not alone in this. We as women, yeah, we are not alone. We are in this together, and we will get through this Boxing Day and this new year. Anyway, women, I really, really hope that this has helped as many of you. And before I go, I would like to say to please, please, please don't fail to subscribe, comment, thumb up, do like me, share with your friends and your colleague and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this. Once again, this is your girl Ades. See you all on later on or tomorrow. Because why I say later on, because my food that I'm going to eat very soon, it'll probably knock me out because it's very strong food. So so I will see you all on later on or tomorrow by God's willing. But I really hope that this message has really touched as many women, and you have thought about what you will do and how you'll go about your Boxing Day. So anyway, happy Boxing Day to as many women all around the world, and thank you all for taking out time to be with me. And yeah, I will see you all on later on, or if not tomorrow by God's willing. So enjoy the rest of your evening, and do continue your shopping, and God bless you all, and thank you all for being with me. So I'm actually going to kind of rest and eat my dinner now, and yeah, we will I'll be on either later or tomorrow. But for now, I would just say enjoy the rest of your day. So once again, it's your girl Ades. Again, please don't fail to subscribe, comment, thumb up, do like me, share with your friends and your colleague, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this. Once again, it's your girl Ades. See you all on later or tomorrow. But bye for now.